Welcome everybody, it is Bulldog. How is everybody doing today? I've had an interesting day so far. Plan on going to the Cubs game. Actually went to the Cubs game in Cincinnati and it got rained out. So unfortunately not the greatest start to my day, but I sent out a tweet. I've been actually talking about lands quite a bit over the last couple days. Talked about it a lot today, and I've been amazed by the prices. The price ratios all seem way off to me. So I was talking about this, and several people just said you should do a video. Ask for a video. I was like, why not? Maybe I should just stream it. I also need to claim. I need to survey. I've already claimed. I need to survey my own land. So I was like, why don't we just hop on and do a live stream? We can chat lands, we can survey land, we might play a few battles here, but the point of this stream here today is not to be a battle stream. It's more to talk land, and you guys can ask questions. You can talk back and forth, like we can go back and forth discussing this in chat. But by the way, is chat working? I see we've got a decent amount of people between the different platforms. It says we have 34 people and nobody's spoken up in chat. So I'm now questioning. I'm like, okay, got my mic on, right? You can hear me. We're good. Okay, all right. We're gonna go look at land because really the market is what's fascinated me. Does this thing work? Yes. There it says, is it underpriced or overpriced? And you know what? That is a very good question in general. In general, I actually think it's a little overpriced because it's new and it's just now coming out, okay? But I don't really want to focus on the exact values, okay? What I want to focus on when I'm saying the market is all messed up, I think the ratios are way off, okay? And let's dive in. Let's look at a couple examples of these, okay? Let's go to peak monsters here. Let's go to land prices. Let me reset my filters here. Let's go into land prices. And okay, so first thing we'll see, commons are $70, okay? And I personally think that's a little bit high. So for reference, I bought 3 tracks almost 2 years ago. It was back in, I think was it May of 2021? That might not be exactly right, but it's been close to 2 years. I've been holding on to this land for 2 years. I bought 3 tracks. I know that I cannot work 3 tracks, so I decided that I needed to cash out of that land. I sold 2 tracks. I'm going to be keeping 1, or at least surveying 1, and then we're gonna see. I can't even work 100 plots, guys. So I'm surveying 1. I'm going to end up selling even some of that, but I also just want to. I just want to play with it as well. I want to be a part of it. So I want to do a survey here, see what I get, see if I can get lucky and get a castle. So I'm going to at least survey 1. We're going to do that here today. Okay. But I'm going to have to sell some. I sold my tracks for about $11,000. So that's just kind of a frame of reference of that was last month. Sold 2 of them. That's kind of what tracks have been going for, okay? So if you surveyed 100 plots and they were all commons, that would be $7,000, okay? If you survey a track, you're going to have at least one keep, unless that keep is a castle. How much are keeps going for? Well, we don't really know. There's not a good one on the market. But the cheapest one, okay, so we're seeing them listed for... So keeps being unlisted for 4,000. They've come down a little bit. Last time I had looked, it was these ones for 4,000 weren't on the market yet. But so even if you got all commons and your 1 keep, that would be your $11,000. So some price is not right there because you're also gonna have legendaries. If we go look at legendaries, you're gonna get at least 1 legendary. When I survey, I'll get 1 legendary here. That's $1,400. Again, these are lowest price, not necessarily sale price. We're gonna get, what is it? Like, how many magic do we get? Let's go over to the The terrain, does it show us? Where's it show how much we get here? Survey chance 12%. So you're gonna have, I believe that's guaranteed. So you're gonna get 12 of those. And magical are going for 200 here. So like if you add up your minimum chances, it's way over $11,000. So something is too high. Okay? Yes, Arrows, you're right. 12. Bulldog. Pockets, welcome. I'm reading Pockets comments saying Bulldog. So it's a little off. But the big thing here that I wanna look at is, okay, let's look at these magical plots are the ones that I feel like are way underpriced relative to the market. And I wanna make sure that's clear, relative to the market, okay? It might not be that magic is underpriced, it might be that everything else is overpriced. But relative to the current prices that we are seeing, magic is by far the best value in my opinion. And it's not even close. Okay, a magic common. Okay, so right now you can get a common for, what was it, $70? So, okay, if you don't have a Rooney and you're putting max level cards, you also have to stake $50 worth of DEC to it, right? So if you want to operate one magical plot here, it would cost you about $250. 50 of that is not, you're not spending it, you're staking it, so you're not losing it, but it's still taking up $250. Okay? If you wanted to run 2 common plots, it would be the $70 plus the 50, $120. So that's $240 to essentially run 2 common plots. That doesn't include the value of the cards you put on there. And if we come over here to magical bonuses, if you're doing the Secret of Pretoria research, which if you have a magical plot you will want to do, it's a 100% production boost. You can essentially get the same thing running 1 magical plot as you can, 1 magical common plot as you can just a regular common plot. But you only need 1 set of cards. You only need 1 set of cards, and remember that if we go over here to food, if we look at food for resource production, workers will consume grain at a rate of 0.01 grain per base production point, okay? They provide. That means you don't have to pay extra grain when you get that 100% bonus and you double your production without paying for the food. So it's more than just doubling it. You get double the production without increasing your grain rate, without having to stake more cards, without having to stake more DEC. So it just doesn't make sense to me that these magical commons are $200 while your natural commons are 70. And if we're looking at it, we looked at legendary, right? A magical common gets 100% boost, production boost. Again, if you're doing the Secret of Pretoria research, so you're a little bit locked in here, and you can't take advantage of the terrain bonuses. We go to the terrain preferences, which is a 10% bonus. You also don't get the penalty, so you can put whatever you want there. So you lose out a little bit there, but in general, you're getting 100% bonus. That's the same bonus you get for a legendary. If you're farming the Secret of Pretoria, a legendary natural plot will give you the same production as a common magical plot. Yet a legendary plot, the cheapest one on the market, is almost $1,500. Well, if we go to magical, the magical common, and I sort that right? Take off natural. Magical common is 200. That is what seems completely off. And now it's important to note that this is land 1.5. There might be differences in land 2.0. Maybe legendary will build buildings faster. Maybe there will be other legendary bonuses. It's certainly possible. And if you're stacking bonuses, remember that this is additive. Get off of that. That was some research for the lawsuit with Splinterlands. Though there'll be a separate thing about that. So if you're putting titles on here, if you're putting totems on there, the math can add up a little bit differently. But still, we don't know about any of those things. I would absolutely, if I pulled a legendary, I would absolutely trade it for multiple commons, magical commons instead. Pocket said, would I rather have a rare natural plot or a common magical plot? I would absolutely rather have a common magical plot. How much is a rare natural plot going for? Natural, rare. So 140. So there, okay, let's even look at epic. Let's go up one more. Let's go look at epic. Epics are 3, so an epic is more expensive than a common magical plot. But again, if we go over here, what is an epic boost? An epic gets you a 40% boost. A magical plot gets you a 100% boost. Even if you add in, okay, you could also, again, you can't take advantage of the terrain preferences if you have magical. But even if you take advantage of the terrain preference and you put the right card on there, that's still only a 50% boost. You're also locked into doing this research. I mean, you're not locked in, but you're not gonna get if you're harvesting grain or whatever the case is, you're not gonna get that production bonus. If you wanna mine SPS, you're not gonna get that bonus. So you're going to want to go after the secret of Praetoria research. But if you don't mind doing that, you want magic. Absolutely. Like, I don't, that's not even to me, that's not even a discuss, like, that's a no-brainer. In my opinion, that's an absolute no-brainer. Okay. You guys want to go survey? Can we see what we get? I'm scared. I am terrified. I am absolutely terrified to survey. Like, I've held this for 2 years, okay? And this gives me intense anxiety here. I'm in 98. Can we select them all? I don't even know how to do this. Where do I even go in to click on this? It didn't, when I tried to do it in the, on the test server, it didn't work. How do I survey? We want to do 100 at a time because it gives you those guaranteed minimums. It gives you the guaranteed minimums. So we absolutely want to go survey all of them at once. I do not have much DECB. I'm not going to be able to get everything. Okay, let's go. Okay, select all survey right here. Oh. I'm still debating if I want to do this right now or if I want to hold out for more DECB. Okay, I want to chat with you guys about this. Let's I want you guys in chat to tell me if I'm crazy or not, okay? I don't have a lot of funds, additional funds that I want to put into the land necessarily, okay? I used some of the license, I used some of the vouchers that I had from licenses. I would rather spend more on cards than the starter packages. So if we go to the starter packages, I am thinking I've got enough for 50 starter packages. I believe that's what I've got. Legendary Gary says ask for money. No, I'd rather buy cards to put on the land than buy the starter packages. That's just burnt cost. Okay. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. That's just my preference. I'd rather have the things that I'm not burning money on. I can pull them off, sell them anytime. And that same kind of theory goes into which ones I'm wanting. So building in a box is the most popular, okay? The thing I don't like about building in a box and the unstable totem is that they are locked to that plot. Remember, I will probably sell over half of these plots, okay? And so I don't know which ones they're going to be. I have 16 Rooney. My initial focus is to take my 16 best plots, put Roonies on them, and start working them with cards. Okay, that's my initial plan. I don't know which 16 I'm gonna get a power core for, and then I'm gonna get the building upgrade for. If I could choose, like if I could survey them and then choose which ones I wanted, that would be ideal. But I don't know if I want to get this if I'm just going to be selling it anyways. Is this going to increase is this going to increase the value, the sale value of the plots by more than what I'm paying for it? Considering I don't have the funds to buy everything anyways, I'm thinking it's not going to. The Pocket says, you think the plot itself would be worth more with it? Will it be worth more than 10,000 DEC? I think it would. I think people will just value it at the 10,000 DEC. That's kind of my thought. And we don't, if I keep it, I don't come out ahead until we get to land 2.0. And yeah, I might come out ahead then, but I don't know. I feel like I would rather instead take that money and go buy cards with it so I can get more production now to get more return now. And then you kind of see what I'm saying? That's my thought process and why I'm not worried about buying that. I think I'm gonna buy 50 time vaults. And the reason is that these are tradable. And I feel like if I don't use the time vaults and the grains myself, I can probably flip them on the market pretty easily and get my money back. I think my risk of losing money here is fairly small. If I had the funds, I would probably buy all 100 of them. I just don't. I don't want to go sell things to get the funds for it. But that's my thought on buying these time crystals. Because again, you get 15,000 grain. If you're buying the grain at the beginning, you'd have to pay 10,000 for that. And then the unstable totems, you don't... This gives you a bonus in phase 2. And again, my thought is instead of spending for a bonus in phase 2, which I think will be a very nice bonus in phase 2, by the way. I think this will be, when we get to phase 2, I think people who bought this will be kind of glad they did. But again, I just don't have unlimited funds, so I'd rather pour them into acquiring more cards to work the land that I do have and start getting that return early on. So I don't know. I kind of wanted to go over this first in chat, just in case somebody go over this on stream, just in case anybody in chat wanted to point out some things or tell me why that's a stupid decision. Okay. If you strongly disagree, tell me why it's a stupid decision. The other thing I've been wondering is, should I survey at all? I could wait to generate. I'm generating. Okay. If we come over here, let's go. I'll go to a different tab here. Does it show my last, if I go to licenses? Okay, last reward claim. I'm generating 128 vouchers a day. So every day I wait, I can, we're kind of out of time to burn those vouchers for DECB, but I can still swap them over to DEC and burn them to generate some more DEC to buy more of those packages. Or should I survey now to take advantage of the high land prices and maybe play the market a little bit? So Ahmed says power core is necessary. You have to have them for 5,000 DEC per plot. So yes, but the thing is, again, I don't know which plots I'm going to be working. I'm not going to be working all 100 plots, okay? So I just don't know. I can't choose. I can't say, yes, this is the legendary one. I want to make sure I've got my power core on this, so buy the building in the box for my legendary one. I can't be that selective. You got to take a gamble. Okay, let's go. DECB, it ends in 4 days. I don't think it ends in 4 days. Where are we at? 143 million left. I sent out a tweet. Was it yesterday? Hold on, let's go to my Twitter account here. Where are we at? I sent out a... Yeah, okay, here it was. So this was, does it say what time? 10:48 a.m. So this was about 30 hours ago-ish. A little more than that. 30 hours ago, we had 571 million DECB. Now we're at 143. I think this might end tomorrow. I don't think we've got 4 days left. But anyways, but like I said, it's not as good a value, but I can still sell vouchers to buy DEC with. But anyways, I'm not teasing. We're having a discussion about the best way to survey this, okay? Again, I know this is a 5-figure, this tract is worth about $11,000, okay? So I'm making decisions here on an $11,000 product. This is not something I take lightly, and why this is giving me extreme anxiety to even come in here and survey this. This is again, when I hit this survey button and go in, that drastically changes 5 figures worth of assets for me. Okay, all right. Let's go though. Nobody's given me a reason not to go with my plan of going with the time vault, as many time vault packages as I can get. Some of you have said, well, I should balance it out. Some of you have said you kind of disagree, but nobody's given me a reason that's strong enough to convince me to change my position. So, Legendary Canary says it's just a small car's worth. Okay. All right, we'll hit the server. We've got 100 selected, right? Since I switched over tabs, we're gonna reselect it. That's okay. So we'll hit survey. I actually don't know what happens here. It should go to give me options, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so I've got. We choose DECB. Does it tell me how? Oh, DECB balance is up here in the corner, 512. So is there an easy way to go through? So that's a time vault, right? So do I have to go through manually and click this 50 times? Can I not just choose, like, it doesn't matter which plots they're on. Can I not just choose 51 of them? Okay, here we go. After DECB is over, do you think the value of DEC will stay, or do I think it'll drop again? It depends on how quickly people are doing these surveys and everything, and how quickly the next phase of land gets out there. Because we need a bunch of staked DEC on lands. We need more than we have. So I bet it drops back down a little bit, but if they can get this out as quick as they're saying they're going to get it out, I don't think that will last long, because people need to be saving up their DEC. Okay, so we've got the time vaults. That's what I want, 51 of them. Cost me 510,000 DECB. I've got 512,000 over here. Okay, are we ready? I'm like shaking right now. Am I doing building in a box? Nope, I'm not. Don't have the funds for it. There's a good chance I'm gonna sell a lot of them anyways. So I don't know. I'm trying to reduce my cost basis here. I'm just like triple checking everything, because again, this is a huge amount here with 100 plots. Imagine all the commons. All right. Natural common. Uh-oh, what do we have here? Magic! There is a rare magic. Okay, all right. I like the magic. I like hitting it on rare. There's a second magic. Okay, 2 magic to start off with. I'm too emotional. There is a natural rare. Natural rare. We're getting all these canyons. I've got all the canyons. What do we have here? Another natural rare. In the Badlands now. Give me some magic, give me some occupied. So many commons, which is what we expect. There's an occupied common. Natural rare, natural common. Oh, another magic rare. Natural rare. Oh, here's an epic, natural epic. Hoping to see an occupied or a magic there. More natural rare in the desert. Still haven't flipped over that castle or that keep yet. A rare occupied. Okay, a rare occupied. There's gonna be an epic right there. Give me something good. Okay, natural epic. I like that rare occupied quite a bit. Here's another epic. Natural. Magic death. We still don't really, there's another occupied. How many occupieds are we guaranteed? And how many have I hit? Oh, let's go. Sorry, I'm forgetting which 3. Have I hit 3? Oh, here we go. What do we have? What do we have? We have a keep. A keep. I did not hit the castle. Okay. Here's another epic. No castle for Bulldog. Oh, here's our legendary. Natural legendary. Okay. So we've hit our max. There's another rare. I'm looking for more occupied. The natural epic. There's another magic. There's another magic. Like to hit another legendary. Would like to hit another occupied. Magic death. Magic death. I haven't been counting the number of magic. Magic death. Magic death. I feel like I'm hitting a lot of magics. There, we're in the plains now. Magic fire. How many epics are we guaranteed? I feel like we've hit a decent number of those too. Natural rare. Uh-oh, only one left. All right, okay. We didn't get a kingdom, didn't get more than one, or didn't get a castle, didn't get more than one legendary. Only got them, we got the minimum occupied, but we did get 2 rare occupieds. I don't know. Didn't feel like a crazy draw or anything, but let's see. Okay, owns. I did buy, let's see, we want to go over here. There should be a filter now, right? Okay, so how many? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 epics. We were guaranteed 4, okay? So I got 2 more epics. We got 20 rares. The keep counts as a legendary, but land type here we go. Magic. So I got 12. Is that what? Yeah, so I got the minimum magical and the minimum occupied. So unfortunately didn't get great hits there, but I did get a couple. Oh, did I get 4 occupied? Who said I had 3? Okay, how do I? Oh, take out the legendary. Okay, so I got 4 occupied, and I did get a rare occupied there. So overall, those aren't bad. What do we get here? Let's go. I'm not used to these. These filters are very weird. I don't know. The setup's kind of odd. So we get. I've still got a filter on that I shouldn't have, don't I? Oh, total results up top there, 13. 13 Badlands, nothing in the bog. We got 3 Caldera, 9 Canyon, 62 Desert. I'm out in the desert, no forest, no jungle. No lake. Few mountains. 10 plains. Nothing in the rivers. I don't think I saw a swamp, a hills, or a tundra. What's the other one besides tundra that doesn't get a bonus? Terrain preferences? So canyon and tundra are the ones that people were not wanting. And I got a few canyon, but I didn't get any tundra. So only 9 of the 100. Aaron, you got a castle and you only had 18 plots? Okay. So Pocket says he definitely overpaid for his plots. He got 15, all were natural, 4 rares, rather disappointed. Let's go to Peak Monsters and My Lands so we can see things better. Is that a better way to sort things? Is that sad that Peak Monsters already has a better way to view things? Even though it's only been out about, what, 2 days? So does it is there anywhere that it puts an estimated value on these? What does it mean for, like, do we know what these resources mean yet? Grain, stone, or not? I mean, we know what grain is, but stone, ore. Alex, you got 2 plots, both ended up being rare bogs. How much are rares going for? No, I don't want mine. I want to go buy. $140 is the cheapest. So that's about what plots are going for, right? Are they more like they were about 150? So now what do I want to do? Do I want to try and sell some of the commons? They're going for 70. A lot of times when we see new cards come out, sometimes you'll even see the price dip too low to start with. So so go in here, okay? This is one thing that I think I'm kind of in the minority on. Sell you the magical? No, I'm keeping my magical. They're way undervalued. What I do think, though, is I think the keeps and castles are overpriced. Okay? A castle, so if we go over to our keeps and castles here. Where are they at? Castles and keeps. Let's go get a keep, because that's what I got. So, a keep owner has the potential to earn the resources equivalent to nearly 5 other plots. Okay? So, if you get the max tax, the max percent of your tax, which you actually can't quite get 5%, I believe it's never going to approach. You can never get 100% of that bonus, but you can get up fairly close. If you get a lot of production points, if you put some good cards on there. But let's say that you are getting you're getting the full 5%. I'm sorry, as I'm scrolling down here. You're getting the full 5%. So you get 4.95 plots worth of production. Okay? More than likely you're gonna be even lower than that. So that's the value of 5 plots, okay? So, and keep in mind that it's not the 5 top plots. It's 5 average plots, okay? It's the average of 5 plots. That's what your value is going to be. I actually feel very confident in saying that there are going to be players out there who are earning more with a single plot of land inside a track than a keep. Okay? especially if you have good cards to put on it. I mean, if you can get a Rooney out there and get a 100% bonus, and you can throw you get a legendary land or a magical land or just an occupied. Okay, so like even look at what's my top land right now? It's probably the rare occupied, right? Okay, so let's go over here to our land rarity. So that'll be a 10% production boost. That'll be 110. I've got Roonies to put on it, so a Rooney can give me 210% bonus. I've got a title to put on it. I have an epic title. I can get a 235% boost. I don't have a totem. So if I'm getting a 235% boost, if I can put, I mean, if the cards I put on my lands are, I would say maybe 3 times stronger than the average plot in my land or in my track, that rare occupied lands will be making more than my keep. Okay? I definitely think I can make more with a rare occupied lands than I will with my keep. Now, if you get into a track where you've got a bunch of whales that have loaded up all their cards with gold foil alphas and stuff like that, that keep's going to be pretty nice. But there's probably going to be a lot of plots of lands that aren't really that productive. And how much is a rare occupied? And again, I've got some alpha. I don't have gold foil alphas, but I have some max alpha cards I can put on there. Occupied rare. I would trade 3. I think 3 occupied rares are more valuable than a keep. I think you can make the argument that 1 occupied rare is actually more valuable than a keep. Daniel says, is a common magical better than a natural epic? I 100% believe so. Alex says trade. You got a beta max legendary fire card, but you need water or death. I don't know what now I'm just curious what beta death cards I have. There's the beta water or death cards I have. My vampire that I was got made fun of for purchasing a long time ago. So I don't know, I'm kind of trying to decide what I want to do. I'm very tempted to put my, I don't know, after I've kept it so long, it just feels wrong to sell my keep. But I don't think a keep is worth 4,000. Especially when I can't work everything. I'm gonna have to sell a lot of my tract off anyways. Have there been any sales of keeps? Have any keeps sold? Is there any way to see that? When you go into the market, you can't see much, can you? Okay, for sale. No deeds for sale in this region, but can you... I don't think you can filter out. I don't know. Ghostly BG says, what if keeps and castles get additional functionality in the later stages? It's not just about what you can earn, or is it? So, and that is that is certainly a very good point. A lot can change, a lot will change in Land 2.0. A lot will absolutely change in Land 2.0, okay? We don't know how that's going to work. yes, a keep could bring, because again, they talk about how there's going to be buildings, and those buildings on a keep are going to be very different. What if a keep requires more to upgrade their buildings than anything else, though? What if it requires a higher investment? I don't want to get too caught up in what could change with Land 2.0. I think if you're making any moves in the market, you need to acknowledge that changes are coming, and that's going to be a risk, and you have to accept that. And there might be higher potential with rarer assets. I think that's definitely reasonable. But I mean, they told us for 2 years that summoners were going to be more valuable on lands. Okay, they always said it was subject to change, but not only did they tell us, like, Aggro gave us he specifically said that the current design was to have require 1 summoner and 4 monsters. I think he said something like he wasn't sure if it was 4 additional or like 5 monsters total, or 5 additional monsters, or 5 cards total, or 5 additional monsters. But he basically told us what the current plan was at that time. And so many people picked up a ton of summoners because they thought they were going to be useful on land. And now summoners are not a good use of resources on land. They're not, I mean, they perform the same as everybody else, but they're more expensive. So if you're trying to get the biggest bang for your buck on land, you're going to stay away from summoners. So the point is, making plans based on what you expect to happen in the next phase can be very dangerous. Juan, good morning. Kolaki says, have they said what the items from farming land will do or how it will impact the current gameplay? So no, but I think we can make some assumptions here, okay? So right now you're gonna be able to farm, there are basically 3 different things that you can farm. Let's go to worker options, okay? You can farm grain. Grain is needed to feed the workers, so you can go produce either more grain or mine SPS or for the Secret Pretoria, okay? So if you're farming grain, you're basically just doing that either to feed some other workers that are doing other work or to sell it on the market to other people who are doing other work. That other work is, as I mentioned, mining SPS. So right now you get an SPS airdrop just for having your lands. Once 1.5 is out, that is no longer equally distributed. You will get a % of that equivalent to the % of PP that you generated by all the land plots that are mining SPS. Okay, you can go get SPS, or you can research the Secret of Pretoria. Okay, and they have not said what this is. This is going to be a grand secret, and you'll get rewards that will have value later. The assumption that everybody is making is that the Secret of Pretoria will be involved somehow in the creation of items and spell cards. That is the entire purpose of what land is supposed to do. And the reason that land was brought in was that, so right now when you get cards to play Splinterlands, you go, the original way cards are obtained is by going and buying a pack from Splinterlands, okay? For the items and spell cards, they will not be sold in packs. They will not be sold by Splinterlands at all. They will be farmed on the lands and produced by the players. So if you're a new player coming in the game, you're not working any land yourself, instead of going and buying a card pack from Splinterlands, you will go buy an item or spell directly from another player who is farming, who is mining them or farming them. Now, we don't know if you'll get the cards directly. We don't know if you'll get a bunch of, maybe the Secret of Pretoria unlocks like different pieces that you have to put together to get items and spells. Maybe this is not even related to items and spells whatsoever at all. They have not actually said that, but we know items and spells are the whole purpose of lands, and this is an unknown project. So the thought is, surely this has to be where the items and spells comes from. Makes sense, right? All right. Daniel said that's why you need it in writing. Simran, oh, you got a natural river common. Yeah. I don't know. Most people get disappointed when they open up packs or open up land or anything, right? So, Virus said one keep sold for 3,999 yesterday. Does anybody want to buy a keep that will be in my tract? You guys know I'll manage my tract well. I'll either I will sell a lot of it off to people who will produce, and I'm gonna be efficient about it because I'll only keep the land that I can produce well on. I'll sell the rest. Pockets, you might be interested in the keep depending on the amount. No, I would. I don't know. I've got to think about it. I would sell my keep for minimum for 3.8K right now. I would do it. I would sell it. Trade it all for what's in the mystery box with Praetoria's Secret. Oh, by the way, one other thing that you get too, that is going to be a huge source: totem fragments. Totem fragments. You have a chance. Chance of finding fragments. What's the odds? A plot with 6,000 base PP per hour will have a 0.1% chance of finding a fragment every day. So you need, so essentially for every, if I'm doing my run, that'd be for every 6 million PP you have, you're gonna get one fragment. Oh wait, being active. Then there's the chances there. There's gonna be a lot of value though in these right here. Jim Morgan says you'd buy my keep, but you need a little time. Hey, we've got a whole group in. I think because I also need to talk to the group and see what everybody's plans is. I mean, we made no agreements when we claimed to get, or when we surveyed together, that there wouldn't be any sales or that there would be any restrictions there. But now right now there's a group of about 6 of us that own the region, and we'll be working together because you essentially will work within your track, within your region, to manage a lot of this stuff, especially as we get to 2.0. So we wanted the group that we could trust, knew what they were doing. I told them from the beginning that I was going to be selling off some of these because I can't work them all. But again, I'll work the ones that are most efficient, that I feel like I can produce good value on, and then I'll sell the others. And I feel like that's a good use of resources. And I mean, you don't want to hold on to that. Basically, that would be hurting. That would be hurt if it's important to produce as a region, or they've talked about farming the Secret of Pretoria and how it can be kind of a competition between the different sections and things like that. You don't want land, especially if you like own whoever gets the castle. You don't want land that's not being farmed. So selling it off to somebody who will farm it is certainly better than just holding on to it and waiting. But Simran says, are you not participating in the Secret of Pretoria if you don't have a magic plot? No, you can still participate. Okay, I never saw anything that says you have to have a magic plot. You just gain a 100% bonus if you have a magic plot. So if on natural land, my guess is, now, and again, this is impossible to say for sure until we just get out there and start farming stuff and see who's farming what and what the market's going after. But if you have a natural land and you are competing with the Secret of Pretoria, and that's what you want to go farm, you have to realize that you're going to be competing against people that are getting a 100% boost, an additional 100% boost. They could be getting other boosts too. If you have a natural land and you're farming grain, you're not competing. There's no 100% boost for farming grain. So you're not competing against any additional boosts there. So it's probably more efficient for a natural plot to go farm grain and have an occupied going and farming mining and the magical farming secret Pretoria. But maybe if everybody has that thought and then you've got 85% of the lands going after grain and only 3% going after SPS, then okay, maybe it's better to just bring that natural over and mine SPS. So we're just gonna have to see how that distribution goes. So you got a Rooney, that helps? Yeah, absolutely. The magic plot resource is the research. Does other plots generate? So I'm pretty sure you get to choose which one you want to do. Once the land plot has been cleared, players will be able to assign their workers on the plot one of 3 different resource production tasks available. So yes, you can choose which one you want. These others just get a bonus. Okay? Because they will actually do something completely different whenever land 2.0 is here. Okay? These are temporary temporary bonuses that will not exist in land 2.0, because in the land 2.0, they're going to be going after completely different things. And that's what it says here. In the land 1.5, since there will be no magical resources or essences available in the game, they give you these other bonuses. In the land 2.0, if you want to go after the magical resources, you will have to have magical land. That will be the only type of land that can go after the magical resources. If you want to get essences, you have to have occupied land. Those are the only types of land that can go after essences. Okay, but magical resources and essences don't exist yet. So instead of just saying, well, that sucks, they're made to go after that, too bad, you have to wait till land 2.0, they said, okay, we're gonna give you a boost to make it so that these are still special. Jim Morgan says gold foil Rooney helps a lot. Yeah, you're the one who pulled the gold foil Rooney, aren't you? Did you pull 2 of, is that when you pulled 2 of them? Or was that something different? Was that like Walker or something where you got 2 gold foil? I don't know, you pulled some crazy back-to-back something that made me really jealous. I don't remember. Ghost Panda says he got 2 rare naturals and a common magic out of your 5 plots. You think it makes more sense putting highest producers Roonies on magic or on the rare? Absolutely on magic, if you're willing to go after the secret Pretoria research. Okay, because you get that 100% bonus, and I highly recommend you do so. I would put your highest production on going after secret Pretoria research, put your best monsters there, and then I would have your other 2 lands, or however much is needed, I would have your other lands farming grain to supply the grain to your main plot, okay? And depending on how much better your primary set of cards is that's going to be staked to lands, maybe you only need 1 land for farming grain, maybe you need both of them farming grain, whatever the case is. Well, if I were you, that's how I would set it up. Put your highest production to take advantage of that 100% bonus, because the rare's only what, 10% bonus? Rare's, I mean, it's nice, but it's not anything crazy. Oh, you got 2 Lux. You bought a gold foil Rooney? I saw one listed for 1.8 ETH the other day, and I was like, man, that is a steal. But I didn't have 1.8 ETH to get it. I was actually tempted to sell for the lowest offer 3 of my regular foil Roonies. And that would have given me enough, paired with the ETH I already have, would have given me enough to get that gold foil Rooney. And I kind of wish I would have done it, but I also didn't know if it was a legit offer. Because on OpenSeas, you can list them. You can list them for sale, but if you keep it staked in the game, that sale can't actually go through. So people have been setting up their Rooney for sale at to make it look like the floor is much lower. So like for example, if somebody wants to buy a gold foil Rooney, they might go, and they already have a gold foil Rooney, they could go list it for a low floor, but keep it staked in the game so it can't actually be sold, but it still pops up and shows the floor price. And then they put a bid in for that floor price. so that if anybody goes to sell a gold foil Rooney, like if they want to sell it, they see, oh, there's a bid that's at the floor price or maybe just below the floor price. Instead of listing it, I'm just going to go accept that bid for it. And that's not really the floor price. The floor price might be much higher, but they essentially con somebody into selling their Rooney for lower than it is. And I was worried that if I sold my Rooney just to try and buy that was going to be the case, and then I was going to be ticked off. You picked it up for 2 ETH, 1.8 is really low. Yeah, absolutely. What's the floor right now? I haven't checked the last couple of days with some of this link. I mean, you can't stake it yet, so. Current floor price is 0.43. That's for a regular foil. Let's go to foil, gold. 3 is there's only 2 listed, 3 and 6.35. Can we see history for just gold foil? Yeah, gold foil. One went for 1.25. Jeez. See, this person, whoever sold it for 1.25 got scammed one way or another. I hope it was not a stolen Rooney that somebody sold. Hope somebody didn't lose their gold foil Rooney. But even if they weren't like literally hacked, they were tricked into selling this low somehow. That's way below market price, and you can list it for 1.5, 1.8. You could easily sell one for 2. Here's one for 2. Is this the one you bought? Did you just buy it? There's one that sold for 2 ETH. So yeah, I would say actual market price is probably mid 2s, right? Like that would be a fair price. Somewhere in the mid 2s. 1.25 is just stupid low. If anybody wants to sell a gold foil Rooney for 1.25 ETH, you can send me a message. I'll accept that. Oh, that was you. Nice buy. That's a good deal. 2 is an absolute steal. Like I said, I think market value right now is probably in the mid 2s. So, all right, I feel like my heart rate's finally starting to calm down a little bit. I still haven't quite processed what I want to do with my lands. I don't know, this is also crazy. I'm ready to start working it though. I want to start getting my, let's go to my, no, not for sale. Go back to my owns. This is what I'm gonna get out of the canyon. These are the ones I'm gonna focus on as the occupied. I think that's where I'm gonna put my highest monsters. Again, I don't think I'm gonna put my best workers on my tract or on my keep. And unless I sell off a bunch of it, and then we're gonna have to kind of gauge, okay, what's the production value of my entire tract? And how much do I get if I'm getting a percent cut of those? But I think these 4 are going to be my primary focus to get SPS, especially early, because I think if you can get a bunch of production out there early, you can get a good chunk of SPS. You're trading a gold foil Rooney for a keep? Legendary Canary says, I'm talking so casually about 1.25 ETH for a Rooney, yet I'm getting nervous over a tract. Hey, a tract, that's a lot. That's still a big difference. I mean, that's what, 4 times as much? Gold foil Rooney. Jim Morgan, if you are, I don't know if I would, that seems like a very fair swap, actually. Oh, Jim's getting the ad. Come to YouTube, Jim. Yeah, I gotta type it because he can't see it or he can't hear me. All right, we'll have to wait for him to get back. So how much is 2.5 ETH right now? Let's just Will Google tell me? Okay, that's probably overpaying. Well, I mean, so he paid 2 ETH for it. So based on what he paid, that's about the value of a keep. Legendary Canary, you were there from the very beginning. He was there when I FOMO'd into the tracks to begin with. Oh. Man, that seems like so long ago. That feels like a decade ago. It was about 2 years ago. Almost exactly 2 years ago. Probably ish. I've been playing for 2 years and it was near the beginning. You told me not to do it. I can't remember who said what at this point. Land is vaporware and a scam. I would, cause yeah, that was around the time that AMC, we had all the meme stocks, right? And AMC went crazy. And I just happened to already own AMC stock, okay? And it went crazy and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take some profit on this. And then I took some of that profit that I took. I was like, this is basically like free money at this point when AMC like quadrupled in stock value. And I was like, I felt like this was free money and I bought Doge at 1 cent because that was like the next thing that was good. That was starting to get, there was starting to be whispers of that going nuts with all the meme stuff. And then it took off and I sold it at like 6 or 7 cents. And ended up with some extra profits there. And I felt like everything was just, it was just playing with house money at that point. Came over to Splinterlands and I was like, sure, why not? I bought was it 1,000 or 2,000? I think it was just 1,000 Untamed packs. Just 1,000. About 1,000 Untamed packs and 2 tracts of land coming over to Splinterlands. Yeah, because it was about 7.5K that I brought over to Splinterlands. And did 3 tracts of land, which was, they were what? I can't even remember the prices back then. Was it? Anyways, they ended up being about 7,500 that I brought over. And that's worked out pretty well. So, Jim Morgan, welcome back. All right, so that's everything. So I don't, and that's why I can't. Yeah, I mean, yes, I said I was nervous about the land and making sure I was doing all that. I mean, it's still a lot of money, a lot of value out there to be playing around with, absolutely. But at the same time, that's why I can be more casual about a lot of this stuff, because this is, again, none of this was money, even with what I started with, was not money I expected to have. And just to kind of snowball it into this. So if Splinterlands goes to 0 and I lose everything here, like all the Splinter value I have in Splinterlands, it's just like I'm back to where I started. It's not like it's going to ruin my life or ruin my savings or anything like that. So anyways, yes, the GameStop days. So Jim Morgan said you're gonna wait for the keep. If you want, I don't know. If I'm gonna sell my keep, I'll probably do it before then, but we'll see what happens. If you wanted to form a deal around a gold foil Rooney for a keep, I would probably, or if anybody wanted to do that, I would probably be down for that as a basis for a trade. So back to Star Wars for me. I'm banned. I can't go back to Star Wars. That was the whole reason I came over in the first place. All right, you know what? Okay, so I was starting to say my point. Okay, so occupied is what I'll focus on first, and then I'll get these magic here. Then actually, you know what? Instead of I've got a legendary here too, right? So the legendary gets the 100% bonus. Somewhere in there's a legendary natural. Rarity, right here it is. There's my legendary desert. That will actually probably be... I mean, that's up there with the... I guess that would be right behind... Actually equal to, if I can... It might depend on which cards I have that I'm putting on there. The legendary will be actually number 1. Then it will be my occupied, then my magical. And then we'll start filling through the commons after that. Or the rest of the natural based on rarity after that. That's probably the order that I'll fill everything up with. And we'll just have to see how many. I'll have to go through all my cards at the point when this is still what, a couple months away. So I'm not getting into too many details, but I'll basically go through my cards. So I've got what, 15 Rooney that I think I would put on plots. Do I have 16 including the one I play with, or I can't remember. But so we'd have 1 legendary. So 4, so there's 5 if you include my occupied. So I have 17 occupied magic plus legendary. That makes up 17 tracks. That's probably about all I'll really focus on at the beginning. So I think I've got about 15 or 16 Rooney to put on there. Maybe I can pick up 1 more Rooney to fill out those plots. And then we'll kind of go from there. Take those bonuses. And then we'll see what's left over in my card stash and everything. And a lot of these natural are going to be sold. So what's the current price for? Okay, so we're looking at, even going back to the rares. Not a keep, not a rare keep. 140. I don't know, I feel like my rares and my commons I should go ahead and start selling off. If anybody wants to work in my... Anybody wants common or rare plots in my tract, hit me up. Let's go play some battles. Let's finish off the stream with some battles. I've got 8 energy. All right, let's see what we can do here in Champ. One track worth of Rooney. Reroll them at the chance for the chance at a castle. I spent $5,000 on those Roonies. Was it a little more? I think I don't know. I was buying them up when they were $200, $300. I made a video telling everybody else to do the same thing. The Rooney value is coming. Okay, let's go here. You know what? All right. Time for some fun. We're going back to this. If you missed this stream earlier, when I spammed Izzyar all day long, you get to see what we can do here. This is so much fun. Doesn't always work, particularly if they have the spell, but man, it's a lot of fun. Where is our other resurrect at? There's our other resurrect. There we go, right there. So we still have 6 more. Okay, what do we want to do with this? We want to go... I feel like maybe we should put... We want Adelaide there. Do we want Darius? We could also get... You know what? Let's put the Rooney here. We've been talking about Rooney, right? Yeah, let's throw Rooney in here. We'll buff up the Rooney a little bit too. And if they go with any blast, we can absorb some of that blast damage. All right, come on, Kralis. Show us what oh, they went scatter shot. No. Okay, let's see what the scatter shots hit. Don't take out my Rooney. They're not picking on Izzyar at all. There you go. Too many dodges. How many? Have we used all our resurrects now? Come on, go after him some more. Yep. Oh, there's all our resurrects now, I think. Oh, we got the self. We got the self res. There we go. There's the martyr. We only got one martyr. And we're missing. There we go, Rooney. Rooney can land those hits. Okay, is Kralis beefed up enough? Now it's just Kralis. I think we're in trouble. That's. Oh, we got the red, but still not enough there, is it? Nope. Couldn't get any flying dodges there at the end. Okay. They just had to go scatter shot. I had considered throwing up a cheaper martyr up front too with that last card. Almost did it. Wish I had have. Wish I would have. Okay. All right. You know what? We could try it again. Forget it. Let's do it. We've got super sneak. I want to try it in the back here. How would I want to do this though? No, I need to put some tank up front. I could just leave. What? You know what? Let's. I'm definitely forcing this. Okay, I tried it once. I'm determined to get it right. I've got the double void reflect up there. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. That poison helps. I like that poison. Can't you heal up Dr. Blight instead? Starting to get those buffs now. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Look at all of that reflect they have in there. Look at this Dr. Blight. We got a 5 damage Dr. Blight. Man, that stupid shield back there, or the force field. Dumb force field. I need to land some poison there. Okay, we're healing Dr. Blight back up there. Dr. Blight can't land any poison. Come on, Dr. Blight. We're holding our ground here. We're holding our ground. We don't have the half. The halving would actually help me right now. Okay, so we'll slowly get through this. Their Dr. Blight's not helping them either, so. Bobby, how are you doing? Best healthcare system in the world. What are you smoking? All right, this is how the Kraus team's supposed to. Actually, this is the feels like a weird version of it, but eventually we can get some poison damage up. They'll stop healing here. Come on, Dr. Blight, land some poison. It's so infuriating seeing Kraus boosted and he's just doing 1 damage. Finally, get him out of there. All right, we can skip this, right? We got it. Canada, yes, you did miss the land reveal. I only got to keep, no castle. I got mostly the min on everything, honestly. I got an extra occupied. I got this, didn't get any extra magical, didn't get any extra epics. I think I got an extra rare, maybe. So, nothing too exciting. A couple of magical rares, but okay. Now what do you want to do? Should I go back? Let's go back to one of my favorites. We haven't done this setup on stream for a little while. Feel like we're past due here. You know what? We've got enough mana. Let's put a long tail back there. Let's get a res. Let's go with triage, rust. And we got enough for Mycelia. Got a double triage. Res, repair. And we're gonna let Desert Dragon and Carnage Titan hopefully do their thing. You got a magical water swamp? Hey, I think magical are I think they're almost as good as legendary. I think they are way underrated right now. You got a common Caldera, best lane in the game. Go commons! So yes, if you're just joining, we are past the land section of the stream. All right. I don't like that sandworm back there. Oh, I don't like either of those cards. High damage piercing. Gotta try and get through those things quick. At least there's no reflect damage there. Man, just short of a trample. Man, that trample would have been nice too, because what do we have right here? Okay, actually we've got a card that's got a shield on it, so. And then, are we gonna be one short? No, here we go. This is gonna be nice. Oh, he got his heal in first. Thought we were gonna get a 12 damage and then a trample. Okay, that's okay. We can get a trample on Kron. Now we're gonna get it when he's at 1 health. That's okay. We've got this. Look at that tank in the back. Very nice. I just noticed the name Unicorn. That's an awesome name, by the way, Unicorn. Go Desert Dragon. Okay, can we get a win streak here? Let's get a win streak on stream. Bobby says it suddenly just got cold in here. It's icy flow. Legendary Canary says, good to see people excited about land. Wait, didn't you just say land is a scam? Legendary Canary sitting on all those gold foils to work the lands. Gold foil alpha beta cards, right? Okay. Go. So we've got only ranged with explosive weaponry. Only range explosive weaponry. Okay. There's a couple things we could do here. I mean, deep swimmer. I feel like it's hard not to use deep swimmer here. I feel like they're gonna do the same on the other side. How can I combat that? We've also got a cripple. Is that the only amplify we have? Okay. Yeah, the amplify, scatter shot. I feel like I've got to go with that. Crustacean King, do I want the extra protect? And then I don't know if the heal's gonna do too much. I'm gonna get a lot of these protects in there. Life Leech isn't as helpful as it once was. I feel like I want the Swamp Spitter, but then I need to take... Do I care that much about that heal? I'm thinking no, I don't. I just want the most health I can get up there. That repair could be valuable. Yeah, nope. I want that repair. Or is that triage could be valuable is what I was getting at, but I don't know. I'm out of time here. Oh, they've got a shield there. That's nice. Oh, this Windmaster is nice as well. I thought about adding more health there. The big thing that I have that they don't is Amplify. Amplify, and I was able to add a lot more armor. They draw first blood. You're gone though. They're all gonna start to leave here. Man, I actually wish Spirit Supply Runner would have landed that hit. I want that health to go by to leave. That's strengthen. Oh, missed a killing blow. Ouch. I think we're okay though. Here we go. Didn't really matter since I already taken out so much health anyways, but We've got it. It was the amplify. I mean, that was the only thing that really mattered there. The amplify. I shouldn't say it's the only thing, but it worked. There's a win streak. Legendary says it's Canary said it's all a scam until it's not. You were close to never buying plots to begin with. Sorry, let's catch up with chat here. Bobby says that he agrees. Every land is a scam. Sell me all your land for $1. I'll take the loss. I'll eat it for the community. Icy Flow says land will take 12 more months to fully implement, so no rush to buy. All right. Okay. We've got Noxious Fumes. Briar Patch. Shoot, I just have so much fun with Martyr. I spam it way too much, but I'm having fun, so I don't care. We got another one, right? Oh, that was 3. Okay. One on each side. All right. Let's buff up Kron. You don't have much alpha. Alphas are ugly. Bobby says beta's where it's all at. I mean, I don't have, I've got some alpha. Some beta, not a lot. Oh, do I have enough? There was a beta I was gonna buy. I got distracted by the stream. My SPS went through. Legendary Canary says he bought a Tract for $650 as a personal favor to carry someone else's heavy bags they were trying to dump. Oh man, I don't know. The big mistake I made when everything was pumping, okay? Because the big reason that everything went up in price, kind of the core reason, is that DEC was 10 times peg, 15 times peg, or par value at one point. And that just raised the value of everything, okay, across the board. Hey, look at this. Uh-oh, they've got their Vampiric Blossom back there in the back. Does double damage. Or will do double damage. It'll do double damage against Failed Summoner. Let's see what'll happen here. Yeah, pick on the right card to pick on back there. Absolutely. I can get. I think they're gonna get through me here. Bye-bye, chicken! All right, there's the first Martyr boost. Wow, they're gonna get, oh, thank you for hitting that card. Give me that extra Martyr. So I can get my cleanse. I'm not gonna get into my last stand, am I? I never got we got a last stand fiend. Ah, that's awesome. Did they have, so they would have done 6, 8, 9, 10 damage is where they were gonna be. Oh, then they had the reflect damage as well. That it would have taken me a little bit to get through. So I think even if I play that right, I don't get to it, but. Yes, Icy Fly, I surveyed my track. I do not have a region, I have a track. I surveyed my track, I got a keep. Didn't get a castle. Okay, what do we want to do here? Lost Magic. do love Shield Bearer here. With common, like that's a great common tank there. Go back to this setup. A couple different things we could do here. I think I'm gonna go throw in the sneak. I don't know, I'm worried I divided my attack too much. Probably got a little silly there, we'll see. Track is 100 plots, yes. Canada says you're glad you didn't have a large bag to start with. You weren't invested in Splinterlands over time, slow and steady. I mean, yeah, I bought all that land. That land I was just holding on to forever. I was holding on to the land. I was holding on to most of the Untamed packs. I opened a few Untamed packs to kind of get started. And largely what I got started with was flipping cards. Flipping cards on the market. Buying and flipping cards. I remember... Yeah, they went with Kitty. The Silver Shield Assassin I'm not gonna like. That extra damage from Chaos Knight feels like it's gonna be... Oh no, I got through first. And there's the Resurrect. Things are looking pretty good now. Bye-bye, Sandworm. Flipping reward cards like Sandworm a long time ago. I remember flipping Jotuns. One of my first real big profits. I don't want to say big profits, but I remember buying Jotuns for about $25. I had buys in the 25 to 30 range, and I was selling them in the 40 to 50 range. And like I was making like even making it was $10, $15, $20 a trade. I thought I was doing awesome. And then Jotuns skyrocketed to $1,000, and I was like, well, if I just held and sold at the right time, I would have made so much more. But I was just flipping cards. Back then you didn't have really any market bots, or not very many market bots to go compete with. It was a lot easier as a human player. Now I feel like it's all dominated by market bots. I'm so terrible, but I want to do it again. Even though we have the counterspell. I want to do it again. What if I want to run back the same team that didn't. I don't know if I should do it with the counterspell. I can still do that. What bloodlust cards could I use? Do I want to try and break in here? What? Forget it. All right, we're just having some fun here. We're gonna have some fun with Jared Scar this time. I think I maybe should take Kraus out altogether. Got that heal though. Okay, we're getting a little dumb here. I should have lowered that. They're reducing my melee too much. I should have put a cleanse in. I knew I should have gone with a cleanse or more repair or something. I don't know. Oh, I needed that. Oh, then we got the retaliate. No. No. Then they got the dispel on top of it. All right, all right. I went with too many inspires. I got a little carried away, but I wanted to have fun. I wanted to try it. Any guesses when Rift Watcher gets to 2 million packs sold? You're thinking December. Icy Flow says December 2025. Well, right now there's no reason. There's just no reason for people to buy right now. So the question is, what will push card values up to the point where it's worth it to buy Rift Watcher packs? Is there? I don't think land's gonna be enough. Like Rift Watchers doesn't, especially with the soul. The biggest, I don't know. I feel like they made a big mistake with lands, including the bonuses for soulbound cards, because there's gonna be so many soulbound cards out there that people are gonna be able to use those to work lands. I don't think land is gonna really eat up enough cards that Rift Watchers becomes valuable. Maybe I'm wrong. But I just don't, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's go with Elthane here. I'm gonna go. Okay, this feels odd, but we're gonna do it. See if we can get some Reflect. So Pelcor Conjurers are gonna have Reflect, Return Fire, and now Thorns. We've got Amplify in there. So everybody's gonna be taking a lot of damage back. You're Grenadier, because I bet we might see something similar from the other side. So like a non-attack card up front. That'll press. We see Almo. I even thought about it. This is not gonna work well for me. If only I had, say, there's the 6 damage. I needed a repair in there. Okay, this is it, guys. Last battle. Rudy says it might eat up enough cards to push the price of Chaos Legion packs, and then Rift Watchers becomes more appealing. Maybe, but there's just so many reward cards out there that are a lot cheaper. Let's go look at them. Bobby says need beer. Good thing you just got off work. This has been a fun stream, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. You have to go make some moves with my lands. I don't know, the reward cards are just so much cheaper than the chaos cards. I mean, if we come over here to, okay, buy, you can filter out, is it compare? Is that where we need to go to? Compare. PP per cost ratio. Oh. Okay, let's finish up with a dodge team. Why not? Okay. Let's go Nightmare. Okay, so that'll be our, we'll have some dodge, we'll have some phase, we'll get enraged. Now we need some, okay, we want, let's go with Kenjo there. We're going to stick my Mark Tract, because we're throwing in some more Martyr up there. We're gonna boost the stats a little bit there. Okay, let's get some swiftness, lots of swiftness here. You don't necessarily need the blind because we've already got the blinds. Do I want supply runner? Do I want, I could go both. Now, are they gonna go with any sneak? There's a good chance they might. We'll put these there in the back anyways. All right, let's get a dodging Nightmare team. No kid. Oh, there is. Dang it. Why did I for some reason I thought Dragon wasn't in play. They're just gonna go Kitty and I'm not gonna be able to dodge anything. Which is why you almost always go Kitty when it's an enraged rule set. Now I'm just an idiot. I don't know. I was too occupied. For some reason, I don't know. Okay. Why not Ruse up front instead? Because he's a dragon, and I thought dragons were not in play. Instead, I should have done Kitty. I probably wouldn't have even gone with a dodge team, because I expect Kitty on the other side as well. But if I was going to go with it anyways, then yes, going with Kitty, and then Mark Tract, or to go Kitty and Ruse up front is the better play. If I wanted to gamble that they're not playing Kitty. Rudy says he thought I was in Kitty because I should have been in Kitty. Absolutely should be. Oh, they did have some speed. But they did not go Kitty, so we got a shot. We got a shot. They went with Nightmare. So let's see here. And now again, I've got Kenjo back there. He's got that blast. There we go. There's the Resurrect. There's Martyr number 2. Look at that, 14 dodge. And remember, we've got dodge on our side. There we go. And then we can take theirs out. And now they can't hit Nightmare. Now Lyra can take out some of our speed in the back, but right now they can't land any hits. And even if they slow down, I mean, again, I've got dodge. We've got a 14 speed advantage back there. 14 speed difference. The 17 speed Nightmare. Which would have been a 19 speed Nightmare if I had gone with Kitty. That's fun. All right, plus 36 points. I'm out of energy. That's all we've got for today. Thank you so much. AAK12C, thank you for joining, but you're a little late. You have to go back and watch the land review. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna buy a card. I think I might be a little bit short. But we can buy the card on stream if it's still here. What is DEC at right now? I was wanting to go buy this Beetle Queen. How much DEC do I need? It's 98. I've got 101. All right, we're buying a Beetle Queen. That's a max beta card I can use on the land, but I also like the heal in fire. I do not really have a heal in fire. I guess there's kind of a neutral heal we can use, but the Inspire. This is a card I've wanted for a little while. I actually don't see it used a ton, but even if I don't like using it, I can go stick it on the land, and 90 bucks for a max level beta card, not a bad deal. So I am going to buy myself a Beetle Queen for no, I'm not going to do it here though. I'm going to go to Monster Market. Hopefully nobody front runs me on stream here, because I can get 3% cash back. Icy Flow says, be right back. I'll be buying it before you. I'll just let you hold it. There we go. I bought myself a Beetle Queen. Adding to my fire collection. Adding to my land workers. This probably will be a land worker. I'm going to play with it until then. But I don't see a lot of people using it. But I feel like it could be a good option, especially in a... Sometimes I'll run a couple different tanks up front in fire. So if we go look at fire, I think they're mostly legendary, but I'll do it with, we've got Yasik, so now like that piercing and everything. So running with some speed. Magnor, putting Magnor up front with a taunt, and then throwing a, let's see, what was that? The Inspire and the tank heal behind it. I kind of like that. Or if you don't use Yasik, I mean, you can even get him enraged, get him going really fast. We've got, sometimes I'll run, where's our Rift Watchers? Oh, I thought I had the legendary selected. I'll run the worker in a fire team a decent amount with Yasik. So putting that, again, that Inspire, throwing in the tank heal, I kind of like it. Icy Flow says he likes it with Grum, giving Grum some extra melee damage. So I don't know, I just feel like I never face it. It's a card I've always wanted and I felt like I would use, and it's a good card, but I rarely see it on the other side. So I don't know, maybe that means I overrate the card and those that have it don't use it that much. But that's what's nice about land though. I feel more free to go buy those cards. And even without, I mean, I could go rent it as well to see how well I want to use it. A lot of times that's what I would do. But even if I don't, like, it's one of the cheapest. If we just go to beta, max beta rares. I mean, I spent, it was what, $89? $80 is the cheapest. So it's kind of one of the cheapest beta cards anyways. And so if we go to, like, this seems like a good deal to me, because if we go to production points, so a max beta rare, beta gets 5x. So it will get you 5,500 PP. It's close, so it's close to a max gold foil epic for chaos. How much is just for comparison, how's epic, max level, gold foil? 112. Right? And the epics are slightly better, but not a lot. So if I'm just buying production for lands, it's a solid value. Maybe not the optimal value, but if it's a card I want anyways, it again just gives me that freedom, because I feel like, okay, even if I don't like it, even if I don't play with it, I'll just go stick it on the land. So, all right, thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it. This has been a blast of a stream. So much to talk about. This has been good. So thank you guys so much. I will see you. We're gonna have some. I need to do some streams this weekend. Okay, we've got some other games I need to play. So keep an eye out. It is Easter weekends. So Easter's on Sunday. I'm not exactly sure what my plans are, but I have a 3-day weekend. We got Good Friday. I here in a few days. So I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There will be at least one, maybe a couple streams. I'll see if I can work a Splinterlands stream in there as well. But there will be some more streams. So go to my Discord, links. Join those links down below. Go to my Discord, turn the alerts on, hit the little bell on YouTube, turn those alerts on, and come join my streams. We have a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.